Minna, you are also partner in CAITO project. Could you please tell me what kind of benefit did you get through this project?
Well, this has been a very good learning process for all of us. So it has learned a lot about the Japanese markets and what kind of products to do there, and what kind of the culture is in Japan, and what kind of the Japanese people are. And we have had many brochures which are very good to present all these three countries together. And then all the fam trips and for tour operators and for media people, those has been really good and really those have been very successful for us. So we have got a lot of articles in Japanese markets, and the cooperation has been very good.
So, hi Rita, you are one lucky participant in our project CAITO. So, I am really curious to hear from you. What has given to you the participation in CAITO project as an entrepreneur?
Okay, a lot of knowledge of different culture, different people, and good knowledge about teamwork. Because once I offer, for example, in Finland this home visit product, you can never know wintertime if you have snow, for example. And then it's good to have good team around you, so you can offer additional things as well.
So you are really, let's say, popular during our project as offering this product like live like a local. So what kind of experiences do you have through it?
A lot of great experiences, really. So,
what are you doing? What are you doing with them?
When they come home, so I have local apple juice directly when I welcome them, and so they can taste local products. Then my husband, he is here somewhere too, so he makes, for example, mushroom soup with the customers in our kitchen. And then we do the nature walk by the lake Lohjanjärvi. So our house is by the Lohjanjärvi lake. And then we eat local food. Maybe we take some potatoes from our own garden, summertime. So it's a lot of things that we can do.
Super, thank you. And I hope that one day you will have enough customers from Japan coming to you.
Yes, I hope so too. So warmly welcome to our home.
Asnat, you are our leader of marketing activities during CAITO project, but also during the product development and service design. So it's, I think, you have many experiences also during the project visiting Japan and also taking part of different marketing events. So what is your conclusion? What kind of benefit have we now through this CAITO project got?
I think we have learned enormous experience how to pack our product, how to pack it not only for Japanese, for actually everyone. Before, I should admit that before this project we were kind of easygoing, you know, it somehow works out. And of course it was also somehow working out. Also we had the clients who were happy as it is and understood the concept and went anyway, and so it was growing. But then this project got the scope for myself as well, because all the actually this generation which coming to our clientele is totally different from us who understand what is rural countryside and what is rural product, what is the grandma in the countryside baking pancakes. They want the very particular and very precise description of what they will experience, for what they pay money. And that project actually, the main benefit, I would say, we managed to learn how to pack it and how to put it sellable way. And that is a big thing, I think, for all of us, and especially for the also entrepreneurs, to see that their experience, their fantastic everything what they sell is actually also possible to put in the precise product description.
But I agree that also, we have done a lot during these 3.5 years, but the most of the work is waiting us ahead.
Yeah, it would be really pity to stop it totally now, like we did it like in a project world, took the money and ran away, and then that's full to stop. It's actually is the continuous work, and we have to find the ways, and I'm absolutely sure that usually the ways find us. Because we did the project not for project but for something which is needed for the industry, for the sector, and then I'm absolutely also sure that this always continues in a way. So we just have to wait, or we also could have to be proactive to find how to continue, how to go on, because it is just the start to get the Japanese more. It is we should not stop, because then the trust is, a bit ruined, I must say. So we have to do absolutely everything to find a way to continue in a way, on one or another way, to go on. Also with our providers, they have learned also a lot.
Anneli, what do you think, what has given to rural tourism stakeholders participation in CAITO project?
Actually, my biggest expression was the trip to Japan, because after that I participated in the IATA Tourism Expo. After that, I understand Japanese much better than after a lot of seminars and maybe one or two persons from Japan telling their stories. So I really suggest to everybody who wants to serve Japanese, just visit Japan at first or during this period.
But we visited also your place during one fan trip. So what kind of feedback did you get through it?
I got very good feedback about the trip or walk in the forest. It was in July, in summertime. We picked some herbs, made some tea, and that was the most biggest adventure for Japanese tourism journalists, and they really enjoy it. And I learned a lot how they want to spend their time in Estonia in rural areas.
Lolita, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to having you at our conference, and how you are related to Japanese so far.
We are basket makers from Latvia, and Japanese people like baskets very much. And that's how we start. First customer find us long time ago, like 2003 year. And from this time, we always together with Japanese people. They buy baskets from us for those shops, small shops in Japan. And now many customers is coming for workshops. Yes, and 2 years ago we opened the Basket Makers Farm, where we can show all about our crafts, yes, all from growing willow till ready baskets. And now groups of tourists is coming to our place and enjoy with workshops as well.
So, and you are sure that Japanese are interested because you have such a long experience already?
Yes. We have like 20 customers, which is for long time, for 10 years, 12 years maybe, 16 years. But now every year is coming more and more new persons, and some journalists put article about us in magazine Figaro, which is very popular in Japan, and they are straight away from airport coming to our place, and then I bring them back to airport, and that is very funny for us, but we are really happy for this.
Super, good luck for you. Cici, you have been also really actively involved during our CAITO project as a guide, as a translator, and etc. But what do you think, what is the most important benefit in your mind?
I think for Japanese tourists that this option of giving this a lot of information to the rural area to have these experiences and thanks to that they have the first access point to find what is local to make ginger cookies together as one group did. And they look forward to that the most, the local experience, the handicraft, the local life. And finally, this project has given them the big environment to come here and get to know more about it. Especially having that material in Japanese language will help a lot to get this rural tourism going as a bigger project. So I think this has been a big help for them to come, especially for individual tourists, because they look for the local experience, but they lack the information, and now they have the most crucial thing available for them, and in their language, which will be very important for them.
Super answer. So it seems that we have done something.
Very good. I think this is a magnificent project.
So, and you see rural tourism future?
Yes, because in Japan also they like going to the countryside, experiencing, for example, the hot springs, which our version would be sauna, and you can feel how the locals live, how they used to live, and they want not the modern society, but that as the usual person's life, traditional, anything traditional, historical, local, original to that area, and CAITO gives them the access to that, so it gives them a good gateway to Estonian rural tourism.
I think Setomaa is unique because it's very different, but at the same time there are surprisingly many similarities to Japanese culture that the Japanese understand. For example, the heritage is very important. And I have seen that the Japanese are also very keen on their ancestors, and this is also very important at Setomaa, that people have these roots and they care very much about traditions. The Japanese do the same. So for them it's kind of easy to understand this culture, and yet at the same time it's different enough for them that there is much to explore. They very much like the local handicraft. They like how the settlers still wear their national costumes and follow all the traditions, because traditions is really, I think, also like the core of Japanese culture. So again, there are those touching points. They like to do things on their own, meaning that they like to try out different handicraft workshops. I think these are like the most exciting thing for them. Visiting people on actual farms, or just doing something. Participation is very, very important for them.
So you are representative of Visit Latvia, and our really good partner Laugutselautais is also from Latvia, and we really appreciate everything what you have done with us during this project. But how we can go on with these results, what we have done so far? What are your ideas?
No, my idea is such that we need to continue this work. Somehow we need to continue this cooperation, this project, maybe in some other way, not in maybe CAITO project anymore, but in some other way we need to continue, because sustainability and continuity is necessary to be, because the Japanese just now, as I told in my presentation, just learn to know about us, about our products, and if we stop at this moment, they forget us, because other markets are competing about Japanese tourists, and we need to take it in account as well.
Super, thank you.
We are not alone.
We know it, but let's keep going on, and thank you, Iguna.
And thank you, because we immediately saw that it is value-added product what you are doing. From beginning it sounds crazy, but afterwards we see that, as I told in presentations, that it's very excellent job what you have done, guys.
Super.
As I told.
Yeah, thank you.